Welcome back to the Manc Entrepreneur YouTube channel, and in today's episode I'm talking to you about overcoming the young problem. You see, I know how hard it is, and I hear it all the time from young people who are leaving school or leaving college or leaving university, and they all say the same thing. It's like, it's impossible to find a job, or I don't know what to do next. Everywhere wants 2 or 3 years of experience. And how can you get that when no one's willing to give you a chance in the first place? And I get it, that is the annoying thing. I saw that myself years and years ago. But I do think there is a shift happening right now. And this is why you need to be prepared for it, because ultimately your youth is about to become your biggest strength when it comes to working in business. Now, obviously, I can't talk about every industry ever. I can only talk about sort of business and entrepreneurship and the things that I know about, which is largely sort of the online world, social media, e-commerce, retail, blah blah blah, that sort of stuff. Now, in that industry, there's a few interesting things going on right now, and so much so, if you haven't seen my video where I talk about Generation Z, check out this link here. You'll definitely want to check that out, because that is largely about what I'm going to be sort of basing off on this video. So right now, you can, if you're in college, in university, you don't know it, but almost by accident, due to what you've grown up with, you are an expert in things which has taken people of my generation and older a long time to learn. You're an expert in social media, and right now that means a lot. You know how to talk to people, and you also know how to communicate on all of these different channels, whether it be Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, don't laugh, it used to be a thing, Snapchat, whatever else it is. You've been brought up around these social networks, and therefore you consume that information on a daily basis and have been grown up around it. So you know what to look out for, you know what works, and you know what converts. You also will likely have quite a large community. You'll know what makes a community work. You'll know how to grow an audience on these channels, and ultimately what grabs attention. And that is the key. As part of Generation Z right now, your youth is your biggest strength, because and you may not even know that you know, but trust me, you know all about how to grab attention online. You know what works because you've been around it for so long. Like I said, people of my generation have had to learn this. People went on social media courses to learn this. You've been brought up around it. You have the advantage, and that is where you can win. So if you're coming straight out of college or university, that is where you need to focus your sort of where your strengths lie. And obviously this doesn't work for everybody. Obviously not everybody's going to be wanting to go into a social media agency or walking down the marketing or sales route. But whatever route that interests you, whatever area it is, right now every business that I know is trying to crack social, is trying to build an audience, to gain a following, to have permission to talk to people on the social channels. And whether you like it or not, or whether you know it or not, that is something which is quite an asset, because right now there's so many businesses that do a very, very bad job of communicating at that level. We're at a time right now where Generation Z is becoming more and more the generation to hire. If any, like I said, I've mentioned him before, but if you don't, check out Steven Bartlett on YouTube. He runs a social media agency called Social Chain, and he openly states that he hires, I can't remember how many people he hires, but I think he said the average age is 20 or 21 of his staff. He hires young because he knows it's that generation that get it. They've been brought up around it, they understand it, and that is the key. And that is what you need to realize, and that's what you need to frame. If you are going to job applications, or if you are going to interviews, you need to focus on that, and you need to make your potential employer, or whoever it is who's doing the company that you're applying to, you need to let them know that that's important to them, and that you can fix that problem that they're having, that you can bridge that gap between the things that they don't understand and they wish they did understand. You are the missing piece. Largely, if you can tackle that question, if you can answer that problem, that is how you can overcome the young problem. I couldn't leave this video without saying that ultimately also, if you are a young person and you are an entrepreneur, you know you're an entrepreneur, you just want to do shit, you want to make things happen, now is the best time to do it. Right now, if you've left college, you've left university, you've left school, and you really want to try something for your own, now is the time to do it. Because there's no time like the present, there's no time like there is right now, there's never been a better time than there is right now with the opportunity that the internet has brought about, which I mentioned in an earlier episode. Go and check it out if you haven't seen it already. Again, I'll put a link up here. But right now, if you are, leaving college, school, university, whatever it is, if you're in your sort of late teens, early 20s, you have the perfect chance. And by that I mean now is the perfect time. Your outgoings will never be as low as they are right now. No mortgage, no kids, largely. No ties. This is your playtime. You have a good 10 years of playtime to try shit, see what works, fail, learn, do it again. And you will fail. I've failed loads of times. And ultimately, it's not really a failure if you learn. So if you're a budding entrepreneur, don't let youth hold you back. Don't think that you can't do something because you're young. That is only a reason why you can do something and why you should do something. Because you're young. Because why not? You're the one who can change the world. So with that said, I don't want to hear any more, oh, it's hard because I'm young, no one's going to give me a chance. Don't take that's a quitter's answer. Go and make them give you a chance. Go and be counted. Go and prove to the world why they should listen to you. Yes, it won't be hard. No one's going to give a job to you. You have to go out there. You have to earn it. You have to fight for it. You have to convince people why they should invest in you as a person. And if you're an entrepreneur, same thing applies. Go and prove to the world why you should be doing what you should be doing. Why you should be an entrepreneur. Why people should invest in whatever it is that you're doing. The service, the product, whatever it is. Go and prove to the world why they should invest in you. And your age is just a number and it doesn't mean anything. With that said, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you are new. There's new content every single weekday. With that said, I'll catch you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.